Welcome to 2K Sports in the NBA. I'm your host, Damon Bruce. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next. It's going to be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Los Angeles Clippers. To 2K Sports, and things are just about ready to get going. I'm your host, Let's head out now to Kevin, Clark, and Steve, who will be making the call up next. Out in Los Angeles. It's going to be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Los Angeles Clippers. 2K Sports, and things are just about ready to
A terrific, beautiful night here in downtown Los Angeles. Our broadcast here at the sold-out Staples Center. Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. First for the Mavericks. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 4 slot.
It was a rough year for the Mavs and their fans. The first time since 2012 the Mavericks found themselves out of the playoffs. The big reason why was they couldn't get the wins they needed on the road.
So the Clippers win the tip. Leonard, the open look. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on.
And back in the Mavs, 17-24 record on the road. Well, Steve, their struggles as the visiting team. You know, one of the reasons why they were only a 500 team on the season at 41-41.
And even though going 500 isn't a bad year for most, it is when you're the Dallas Mavericks and you're used to playing in the postseason. This was the first time in a long time, in forever, that the Mavs didn't end up in the playoffs.
So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, in terms of interior defenders, I mean, he's right there with the best of them. His block totals are amazing.
Yeah, he can just swallow up some shots, and that's it. You better get it around him because you're not going to get it over him. You either go through him or around him, not over top of him. You know, for a long time, people would look at Staples as the Lakers' home where the Clippers just happen to be sharing space. But the Clippers let everybody know that they called this Staples Center home as well last year. And I thought they were a force in front of their rabid fans.
Stolen away, and here comes the break. Here's Doncic. Down the breakaway jam. He can fly, can he? He'll make you forget he's a point guard sometimes.
Yeah, when he does decide to attack the basket, Kevin, he can do it with the best of them.
And this is the time to attack with these two teams locked in such a close game.
Here's Beverley. The Mavericks making the shot. Outside Leonard. George. And a miss there on the triple. Well, Clark, as you said, the Clippers really starting to make waves on the landscape here in L.A. as they surpassed the Lakers in wins last season. And a big part of that was, Steve, their ability to win here at home.
Yeah, 32 wins here at Staples, and when they got outran, this place was really rocky. This Clipper team has a roster full of guys that can make a play that ignites the crowd. Some new additions this year, new coaching staff. A lot going on for this Clipper team.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Hey, you really can't say the Mavericks were a bad team last year. They were just a little below par compared to what we've been accustomed to. They just were not nearly as deadly offensively, and that's always a recipe for struggles in the West.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Rick Carlisle. Doris?
Well, guys, you wouldn't be surprised if this game simply came down to which side is able to rebound the basketball most effectively. He said those guys over there are vacuums on the glass. We've got to have the same mindset, show that same passion for rebounding the basketball. Back to you guys.
Much appreciated, Doris. Thank you. So, what does that mean if your man is doing a better job?
Kevin, that basically simply means you're being out-positioned and out-physicaled and out-hustled, period.
And for the Mavs against the rest of the West, we were just talking about, Clark, they went 24-28 against the rest of the conference.
Watch outside!
Well, that is all right, Steve. It's not going to get you into the playoffs.
Not with the depth of this offense, Kevin. I think you have to be at least to get in. The Mavs know this, and they've been a perennial playoff team for a long time. Just couldn't quite get everything together last season.
He is just tearing it up this court. That lead's not going anywhere.
Here's Doncic. Smith. The three. Dallas again missing. It's George on the wing. They get it back. Back to Leonard. On the wing, George. That doesn't go either for George. Mavericks trailed by 4.
Pick up right.
He's up the pick. Doncic, defended by George. Shot clock at 6. There's Doncic. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line.
You know, for so long, the Clippers were on the bottom rung of the ladder in the West, almost were a joke in the conference, but their fortunes have changed dramatically in the past few years, and now they're a team that's respected and feared.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, Clark, you said the Clippers have really flipped the Western Conference upside down over the last few years, and you're right. They have done it with, Steve, style, to say the least. They've got now also a very deep team.
Well, 35-17 record against the West was enough to secure them their division and advantage in the first round. You have to remember, too, that they were without some of their big stars last season, so if they can stay healthy and really take advantage of what they have, this could be a lot of fun.
Williams is checked in for the Clippers. Gets it to go.
There's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
And here are the Mavericks now.
Get up on him!
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Let's go. Leonard. Hero. Great tee that time from Gobert. That is good. He has 7.
And I'll say this about him, Kevin. I mean, it looks like he's made of rubber sometimes because defenders just bounce off him when he's driving the lane. What a finisher.
And let's give him some more credit where more credit is due for his role as a team leader. And he's somebody who brings out the best in his teammates whenever he's on the floor.
And so it's Dallas with Kawhi Leonard making the last shot. It's picked off. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. Who's back up? Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that shot.
The Clippers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And he sinks the second.
He did the important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a 2-possession game.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Hardaway. He's guarded by Williams. Can't connect from short range.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
And the rejection by Smith. Williams, that's good. 8 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Porzingis. And the 3 off target. Yeah, easy as we wrap up the first quarter. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
And it's been beautiful basketball to watch, guys. Really sharing and moving the ball, and as a result, they've got a great flow game.
Hand in glove, 5 guys working as one. The power of the fist, we call it. They've racked up a bunch of assists.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Hey guys, for Doc Rivers, the former Boston Celtics head coach and now new Los Angeles Clippers head coach, and certainly a tough emotional choice for Rivers to move on. His quote saying, "I always knew when I took the job with Boston that I would love the Celtics. I knew I would love the tradition and the players, but I had no idea how much I would fall in love with the city and the people in it. Honestly, I get emotional thinking about it. I will cherish every single moment I had in Boston." And guys, hopefully that love returned by the Beantown faithful.
Well, Doris, that fan passion can cut both ways. Sometimes you have to take the good with the bad.
This last summer, the Mavs asked fans to submit some redesigns of their uniforms for future use. Always kind of neat to see when a team organization reaches out for the players.
And so it's Dallas with a 9-point game. Baby hook. Claver with the bucket. Jackson with it. Into Green. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. And back to the man. Definitely a big move by him to reach out like that. Nothing like bringing crowdsourcing to the NBA and building a bridge against the defenders.
I had a chance to see some of the designs of the uniforms that were being suggested. Some pretty sharp looking duds, but there were some other ones that were absolutely hideous. So let's hope the decision makers in the Mavs organization pick some of the, let's say, the more clean-looking new uniform suggestions.
Curry's checked in for Hardaway. Outside Jackson. Kicks it to Green. Pulls up. They'll get another chance. They get it again. Hero. And finally they hit one.
Well, coaches love him because of the hustle he's continually showing out on the floor. And I think where you really see it most is on the offensive board.
You know what? He's a guy who puts some wood on you now. He'll throw his weight around. Bodying him up play after play can really wear you down.
Ridiculous move. Tore it down that time.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
But there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks. So much fun.
Green with the rebound.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass. And, of course, they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, so, you know, rebounding always wants to be the victor. Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
We know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
But, you know, they've got a nice lead. Don't take any chances. The simple one-hander is just fine.
Deflected. It's stolen by Green. Leonard kicks to Jackson. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And they're getting out. Transition to finding some easy points on the fast break.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Dallas making a switch here. Mavericks trailed by 15. Back to right. Outside Curry. To end the run. Called in by Los Angeles.
Hey, I think we all knew that the Clippers were good last year, but we really took notice when they rattled off those 17 wins in a row in December. That was a franchise record, which had previously been 11, and that's when the league really took notice.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, gentlemen, the Clippers are their roster this summer, and new coach Doc Rivers feels the new players put them in great position. He said, quote, "They're great fits. They get who they are. They're proud of themselves. They're just trying to win and do whatever it takes." He added, "We want to be the winner. We don't just want to do a lot of winning. They've done that. Guys, the expectation is clear to contend for an NBA title."
Yeah, building chemistry on the court will be their focus. Thanks, Doris. Well, it was the year of the win streak last season with Miami doing what they did and Denver getting hot as well. But you know, Steve, the Clippers had the first lengthy win streak and turned some heads earlier in the season.
Yeah, what was that, 17 games in a row? Established the Clippers in the West, put a little fear in the rest of the conference, and gave LA a swagger that I thought helped them get through the rest of the season.
Dallas making a switch here. 56 seconds left in the second quarter. Landry against Curry. Landry dishes to Beverly. The Clippers rebound. Back to Landry. He feeds it to Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Three-pointer.
Get it!
And the Mavericks going the other way now. He dishes it to Park. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the half. Pass to Morris. He kicks it to Beverly. Lets it go with the three. They get it back. Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Wonderfully instinctive play right there. Sense just where that rebound was going, and it becomes an easy two-point.
Maybe they've had too many easy points.
They should not be getting all these easy dunks off offensive putbacks.
Here's Landry. Does it for the first half of play. Clippers lead by 14.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
You've got it on 2K Sports.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, he created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters.
I got yours.
He was smart with his shot making, too. He really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game, and it's a real measurement of efficient scoring.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
Both free throws good from Beverly.
You know, you go through the regular season, guys, and set all sorts of records for your franchise and wins and winning streaks and all that. You win your division for the first time ever, your first 50-win season, and what do you get for it? I got it! Bounced in the first round of the playoffs. It's still progress, though, and I think the Clippers will use that for motivation this season.
And that was good. And the Clippers lead by 18.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out, that's the results you get right there.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Mark, as you said, the Clippers got up 2-zip on the Grizzlies, but all of a sudden it came to a crashing halt. And Steve, they dropped 4 consecutive games, and just like that, we're out of the postseason.
Yeah, injuries played a part. Blake Griffin sprained his ankle, but I think the Clippers were exposed a little bit to limited offensively on the front line. Maybe not quite enough shooting, but that's why they made the moves in the offseason. And they're looking to pick up and make some improvement in that regard.
Hardaway has got 6 points.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
And the Clippers call time here.
Well, he looks like he wants to toy around with some of their sets and matchups here.
You know, I don't think you can afford to go through a whole game doing the same thing over and over, and you have to be able to adjust on the fly, just like he's doing here.
Hardaway with the steal. Here's the break. Hits the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. And the Mavericks call time here. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
Hardaway passes to Number 3 for Dallas.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeout.
Set the screen.
Hey, get it back, get it back.
And the Clippers miss again.
And they've been off target now on 3 of the first 4 shots they've taken in this second half.
Some good numbers for Hardaway. He's got 11 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
Well, as long as he's continuing to make them, I think they should make him more of a focal point of this offense.
And so he hits both. Los Angeles leading by 8. Outside, George. 7-foot shot. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Claver's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
They're struggling here. They're just 1 of 5 to start this third quarter. They got to loosen up here.
And it's sent back by George.
It just hasn't been a very good day for them, guys.
And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Doncic, defended by Beverly. Here's Doncic. Rebounded by Beverly.
Great defense in the paint there, making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss.
That's his second personal foul. Second team. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Feeds it to Morris.
Shoot it!
Dishes it to Beverly. And it's rebounded by Dallas.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he's going ice cold here.
Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Down low, deflects the pass. Defended by George. For 3. That is good. 7 points in the game.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys. And what's happening early to start giving up easy looks from long range.
Set up. Beverly, but 3. And that one's good. Beverly's got 5.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Here's Tarzangas. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash-mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Defensive foul. That's his 3rd personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Hardaway with the steal.
And the stakes a continuing problem for them this quarter.
Yeah, they're disjointed on offense, Steve. They're giving back some of this lead because of it.
Boy, the shots finally dropping for them in bunches, and I'll tell you what, the complexion of this game has totally changed.
You know, that kind of offensive eruption was the only thing that was going to get them back into this one.
The Clippers have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them. That free throw good from George. And George drops them both.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, sometimes it's contagious. Everybody get comfortable and relaxed, and everything goes in the hoop.
I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense is a good job offensively. The defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Here's Leonard. He's got 16. 3-second difference between shot clock and game. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. This is his first free throw of the game.
And he was up over the 80% mark from the free throw line last year. I'm sure he was pretty happy with those numbers.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Mavericks trailed by 5.
That's all.
Here we go, one-on-one.
Get the perimeter!
Smith outside. He's going hard away and finds him.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Throws it from deep. The third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
And guys, the thing that jumps out at me is their block shots. I mean, they're playing up on the shooting totally, and then they're sending them back, and I mean, putting those shots in reverse, all in a clear, good day's work.
Leonard, no luck.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? You got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Rebounded by Jackson. Clippers leading by 3. Left side, George. He's against Smith. Fades and shoots. That's good. And it's 7 points for Paul George.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
He's gutsy. That's what I really respect about him. Seems like the more pressure there is, the more he enjoys the moment. So he is the guy you want taking the big shot at the end of the game.
And the consistency of his jump shot is another thing we should say about him. I mean, it doesn't matter how many percentages are made, his stroke is never changing.
Outside Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, George. Hooked away. It's taken away by Smith. Jumps up. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
That's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
And the Clippers call time here. And let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. He told the guys that for now, he wants to see them back off the three-point shot, saying all our offense doesn't need to come from perimeter jump shots. Let's get the ball inside for some high-percentage looks.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
Nice
Next to Williams. Through back. Some solid defense from Claver.
As they grab one there, I was going to make the point that they just haven't done enough in terms of rebounding the ball.
Pass to right. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Tarzan. And that one's good. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
I wasn't so sure he could get it turned around after that poor first half, but he's got it rolling here a little bit in the second.
Here's Beverly. Come to me. Right. Shot is blocked. Williams against Hardaway. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. They set the pick. Finish to Morris. On deep. It's rebounded by Claver. Claver's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Marcellus. And there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. They'll go to the line. After that point, we're making about rebounding Clark. It seems like they're coming up short just about every time.
You're right, Kevin. As we've seen here, that lack of rebounding has certainly shown up on the scoreboard.
Mavericks making a switch here. And so both free throws are good. It's a 3-point game.
You know, the tension could not be any higher right now, and he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. Just a cool customer.
We've got 155 left in the fourth.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Well, we've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old to watch.
Gotcha. And he lays it straight in.
Gotta love this team's grit. After trailing early, they have fought all their way back here.
You know, they could have gotten down on themselves when they were down earlier, but I like the fact they never gave up, guys.
And that one's good.
But the drive to the bucket was nice. But how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
That's good. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, but time to collapse inside, force the ball back out to the perimeter, make them beat you from that range.
Here's Beverly.
Get him!
Dallas. He locks up the other pass. It's stolen by Morris.
Shut up!
It's rebounded by Claver.
Oh, perfect opportunity to finish the break, and he blows it.
Hey, Steve, you have to be able to finish off plays like that. It's a must.
Morris gets to Leonard.
Watch it!
Nails it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
A crucial basket. They needed it, and he gave it to them.
Clark will be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some more possession out of them going forward.
Defended by Beverly. Look at 6. Here's Gotcha.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Well, they did have a foul to give, but they couldn't get it done before the shot attempt.
Yeah, you really want to try to foul in that situation before he gets into the shooting motion, and it just didn't work out that time.
It's the first, and that ties the game up. And so making both free throws better give them the lead here.
That's nice work at the line, Kevin. You know, in a game this close, you have to cash in on your free throw opportunities.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Stolen away. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, no question the right call at this point. You can't let them just dribble it out.
That's right. I mean, you got to send them to the line and hope for a few misses.
And is good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2. And the Mavericks call time here. They're losing by 2. 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
They simply need a basket here, Kevin. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket and try to get something in the paint.
And they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. They're in both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws were very short.